memory lane. I had to remember it in detail and all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's talk about marriage and dating Toronto women. Unless you go out of town, I don't know. But like, let's just talk about the reality of the type of women and caliber of women that are in the city. Like,
For me,
have you been married?
I love my industry. I'll start with that disclaimer.
You ignored.
But
Are you married?
there
Have you been?
is not a lot of wife.
Material?
You know what? There's some good girls. I love all you girls. There's some good, but I just don't see or hear a lot of people getting invited to weddings. That's in my industry. It's like, can I ask, when is the last time you've been to a wedding?
Oh gosh.
You understand? This is a question I ask a lot of people. A lot less people are getting married now. You know what? There's no scientific numbers behind it, but we all know there used to be a wedding, even Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. There used to be wedding. You know, now you might hear a wedding here and there, and you see somebody get married, and then after a year, you hear that blah blah blah. You know, I just don't. You know, it's a sad thing, but I don't see a lot of marriages in my generation or the generation after me. I just don't see it.
Well, COVID for sure is not really going to be permitting that. More people are
Well,
probably having, like, I don't know, maybe more people go to funerals and weddings. I
I'm
guess.
actually community basing my response. If I was in uh, um, Asian community, I would see a lot more
Yeah.
marriages. If I
Culturally,
was
then.
in an Italian community, but our community, I don't know if it's based on what they've seen or what they feel, or you know what I'm saying, or they want more. Our community, they're not committing like that, you know? It's like I would love to go home and chill and know that I have a loyal girl and she could go with her friends, even go do a little girl trip with her friend. I would love to know that I have a girl like that. But to me, there isn't any girl like that. And I'm just based on my experience, right? Maybe there's a good girl out there that does that. But temptation is such an evil drug, right?
One of the
You know
worst.
what I'm saying? Temptation is such an evil drug, and I've seen it destroy multiple of my relationships and multiple other people's relationship. You know, just accepting that temptation and going over the line. You know, so that's why it's hard for me, or for anybody. I think I can speak for a lot of men. Men don't trust women right now unless you've had a woman like a day one, and you and your girl is like, yo, fuck the world, it's just us, right? And you and her been building, you know what I'm saying? You and her been building. You'll be like, yo, look at them, look at these fucked up couples. Look at us, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're one of those couples, when you meet right now, there is so much doubt coming from both sides that it almost makes it impossible to succeed.
Well, would you say that the kind of the scenario you kind of played out was that you're kind of more of a laid back type of guy? And you don't mind if the girl seems to have a little bit more action or
Yes.
adventure in her.
Yeah.
But how do you trust a woman like that if you're more reserved based on the levels of experience you've been exposed to in those type of promiscuous environments?
It's very difficult. And you know what?
Because a woman would say that, like, oh, you know, you're a gallus, you're fucking down the place, you're around beer gal.
Oh my goodness. Everybody thinks that like I have 1,000 women. You know what? And the truth is, if you walk through a party I do, you would think that I have 1,000 women. But no, I'm just saying, because the ladies, they give me love. And the reason why ladies give me love is because I don't give them disrespect, right? Like every girl I see, I don't think it's an opportunity to sleep with a girl. I could see. I used to see different people, and at sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, look, you changed your hair. That looks much better on you." Like I could talk to females. So, based on building up relationships with females, their friends know me and their friends like, yo, Rodeo's a good guy. Rodeo's not like them. You know what I'm saying?
Because
So
you're
now,
social.
yeah. And now
yeah.
when I like now, if you were if like Zay, for instance, if you went out with me and you actually had to watch all these girls come up to me, not knowing exactly what I'm saying, you'd be like, this guy, all he fucking knows is girls. Look at all these girls coming up to him, hugging him, kissing him on both sides of his face. I can't have no, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I now find myself in the position I am at the age I am, because I've had females
To the point where you don't want
relationship.
them or need them.
No, nothing even close to that. No, I've been with as hard as it might for you to believe, maybe 4 or 5 girls, my life. You know, I've lived with one girl for 6 years, a girl for 11 years. That's the kind of man I am, and you know, all the girls them cheated on me. You dig what I'm saying?
You got cheated on like that?
Man, you know how you lay back, you want to watch some basketball, they think they can do what the fuck ever. You have a little money, they spend your money, their friends. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to get into my history, but I'll tell you, one time I went to jail, had a whole bunch of money in my safe. One of my girls broke into my safe. I was in jail, stole all my money. And when I came out of jail, I had to leave the girl, but I had no money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different person right now. I don't want people to think that I am anything remotely like that, and I'm a changed guy. But I do have a storied past, and I'm not ashamed of it, because maybe if I didn't go through the things I went through, I wouldn't be the man I am right now.
See, that's some perspective. I rate that. That's deep. Okay. But that's interesting. Okay, so let's talk about BDSM. Do you feel that in these long-term relationships that you've just mentioned that you've had, as you are a one-woman type of man, do you spice up that relationship? Because the laid-back approach can be cool. But if you have the woman that's more adventurous and whatnot, are you doing these sexual things in the bedroom that are kinky, that are handcuffs, maybe blindfolds?
Much I love this question.
Explain what Explain what BDSM is.
Thank you.
It's like bondage. It's like an abbreviation for sexual actions and behaviors and role playing and all that stuff. So the BDSM is bondage, domination, S&M. It's almost along the lines of that. I forgot what the S and the M means.
Okay, so we're gonna get into my bedroom. Okay.
Yes.
The problem, the problem that I've had is not a lack of excitement.
The phone going off. My bad.
Sorry. The problem I had is not a lack of excitement. It's almost a wanting too much, They're afraid to go into bed because I'm going to want sex again and blah, blah, blah. And, it never usually is on my side where, I would say that has never happened. And I've been labeled a few times by people that are not doctors as a nymphomaniac. But, sometimes you got to get it in tune with your sexuality. And if that's what your mind and your body wants, that's what your mind and your body wants. It's like some people like feet. Like, are they any less human? Are they any less decent? Are they if that's what your mind and your body wants, you're going to have to find somebody that has the same mind and wants the same thing from their body as you. And it's been difficult to say the least for me.
Okay. So where you stand right now in regards to intimacy, if those things may have been a possible issue or possible whatever it was at that time, how does that translate to your level of energy right now, being an eligible bachelor and willing to explore and I guess try different things?
You are asking the most amazing questions. What? That is an amazing question. But
have you been into bondage and like all these elements of sexuality? Like, because
shock play.
I have never been tied up. I have never did shock play, and I should get an award for this. As a promoter, I have never had a threesome. Like every single.
You should have seen our faces. Our eyes are like, oh. Okay.
You know what it is, and I'm going to tell you the issue. The issue, it's not that I don't want, you know what, like, which nigga don't want that? It's not that I don't want it, but the issue is with females, like, yo, fuck, everybody knows you. You know what I'm saying? And not every girl wants to let people know that they do threesomes. So to me, I'm the ultimate no, right? It would have to happen in
Out of town.
I don't know, because if I could create the environment for it to happen, I would. So I've asked, I've been offered, man, your next birthday. Oh, and then when my birthday comes, they'll be like, yo, I can't make her know you. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, people think, and all these guys, maybe they're all storytellers and story upping and capping, as the young people say, but it looks like, and I don't want to age, but I don't go around saying the word cap, but it looks like 90% of men say they have threesomes. I'm in a room and I'm the only one, and they're like, fuck you, Rodeo, big top promoter like you, and blah, 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 big top promoter like you. I'm like, yo, B, that don't happen. It's never happened, B.
Well, maybe you didn't need it in that sense, because it's not like everybody desires that on a regular basis. Because as a realist,
even once, come on.
But as a realist, if you're having traditional relationships, then maybe you have to maybe you have to adjust or conform to the woman that you're with, because that might also turn.
I completely disagree.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I completely disagree that you have to turn down your sexuality for your partner. If you have to do that, you're not with your partner. You're with somebody that's helping you pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with somebody that helps to pay the rent, they have to bring like an equal level of sexuality to the table, or you get bored. And as men, sometimes you get bored and they're like, oh, you're getting impotent. No, fuck, ain't no shit going on. I just don't get excited. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're in the bed, you're like, sorry, I had a long day. You've been through that, right? You know what I'm saying?
You just bored of the pussy.
you dig what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you're just bored of the pussy.
You're just bored, and a lot of ladies won't take that truth, They blame it on you, you're out there drinking too much, you're smoking too much. Oh, who the fuck you been fucking while you can't stand up for me? But sometimes it's none of those three things, right?
Sometimes it is.
No, sometimes it is, but for me, it definitely was not, because for me, my there's nymphos that they want sex.
I like how you're owning the language. You hear this? He said nympho like twice already.
No, you know what I'm saying?
It's good content.
There's nymphos that like
Rodeo
sex,
nympho.
and they will go and have sex with any person that they can have sex with.
Yeah.
But I'm not that kind of nympho. I try to find the right person that I could release my nympho tendencies on.
Your nymphomania.
If you
His
understand
back
what I'm
is full
saying.
of
You know what I'm saying? So I don't get.
He's waiting to release.
I can't. You dig what I'm trying to say? I don't get excited at somebody I don't think I could have continual sex with, because sex is not a one-time thing. It's always an evolution. Always different things happening. Even if you think it's the same. So I can't look at someone and say, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, that's just not my mindset. So that's what you're saying. I'm single now and I'm handling as a highly sexually charged person. That's how it is. I just like,
He's fueled.
I can't just have sex with a girl one day and just don't have sex anymore.
You're choosing right from the start, and then that's where you're saying.
And that's where we're going with that. And like, yo, just answer your phone. It's on. You think what I'm saying? Yes.
Saying you have them running from it.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real, right?
Well,
enough men won't.
I think that is real, because as a promoter, you're always on road and you're doing a lot. So when you want the punani and it's home, you want it to be home when you're most likely there.
Hell right. And I like to be in my bed. Like, I don't run the nights, right? I leave the streets to the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? The sun barely goes down and I'm home, right? I have like Disney Channel, Showtime, like all these different packages, my Android, my Netflix.
He's setting the mood. I like this.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No, that's for me. I go home, and when I'm home, I want to be relaxed. You dig
Netflix
what I'm
and
saying?
chill.
Nah, I'm a movie junkie, so I really love movies. So I want access to as any movie new as it comes out. I want to see that shit.
So you need a movie buddy.
Oh man, I
A
love
partner.
You know what? I love a girl that loves watching porn too. 'Cause I love watching the porn, and I'm not one of them niggas that watch porn and then get a stiffy and shit. I love a girl that can watch porn and we can make jokes about it. Like, yo, she should have fucking shaved that. She knew she was gonna be on fucking TV, and she came looking like that. And especially when it's not one of them hairy pussy movies. You understand how I say? She just came all messed up like that. And even with the Afro nigga dudes. You think what I'm saying, B?
Oh, you're killing me.
You know what I'm saying? So I love a girl that can, you know what I'm saying, that can sit down and she watch porn. Because some girls like, ew, I don't want to, you know what? Them girls like, I know that time's running because I know, like, I'm telling you right now, I've been in a relationship and seen that happen. I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we live right now and we laugh and we play, but I fucking know. One day there's a writing on the wall. That's not me, B. I don't come into a relationship to curl up into a ball. You dig?
Yeah.
We evolve together. You dig what I'm saying? And if you're not open to certain shit and you think that something that, you know, like that, I just, you know, that's not for me. There's niggas a lot, no matter how good you look. You dig what I'm saying? If your mind is like that, your mind is not for me.
That's deep, man. He went in. Like, you got you lit up now.